Good morning, everybody. What's up? I am back. It's been a minute. I know it's been a lot of things going on in my life, just a lot. We'll get into that later. But what I wanted to come on and talk about is President Trump's tweets about Elijah Cummings and the squad. Okay, so let's talk about the squad really quick. I don't think that President Trump should have said what he said. However, I understood what he said, and I don't think it was racist if you read the entire context of the tweet. He said, go back to your original countries, and then come back and then we can, and you tell me if you implement your policies over there, and if they work, then come back and show us how to do it, because over here we don't roll like that. And I respect that. You have all these crazy ideas that are un-American, that they are far left. We don't rock like that. So why would we go forward with things that are so out of American values? So I don't think it was racist. And yes, you need to, pushing these highly progressive, highly socialist ideas that most Americans are not for, means that you really don't have the interests of the American people. You really have your own interests, because if you really had the interests of the American people and you see that most Americans are not for that, then why not pull back? Just because you have a select few that are rocking with you, or in sync with those ideas, and the majority of America is not in sync with those ideas, then you need to go back to the drawing board. Period. Let's move on to Elijah Cummings. Elijah Cummings. Here's my problem with the Black community. If we remain unable to be criticized without believing that criticism is equal to racism, we will never overcome major hurdles that are in our community. You have to be rooted in reality. There are some things that are wrong with urban communities. There are a lot of things that are wrong with urban communities that just do not happen in other communities. Period. Like, it's just a fact. So unless and until we are willing and ready to face those realities and realize that it is not racism to be criticized, we will never overcome those hurdles. Elijah Cummings needs to stop with the foolishness, and everybody else on the bandwagon that wants to now put on a blinder like, no, it's all good in the hood. Everything is good. It's not. It is not. And anybody who wants to convince you that no, if you live in those neighborhoods, oh no, this is fine for you, that's the real racism. That's the real thing that says, you're really truly unable to overcome this. There's nothing wrong with rats and roaches and rodents and beasts and all kind of things. You can't even have a good night's sleep without roaches crawling over you. I mean, there are people who actually live like that are living in housing projects and stuff, not like homeless people. There are people that live in areas that are just infested with crime, with rodents and rats and things of that nature. That is not just a story. That is reality for some people. And thank God somebody is putting a spotlight on it and say, we need to, that's not the best that America can do. We can do better. And if you're in control of these districts, you need to go in there and figure out why your people are living this way. What is wrong with that? Criticism does not equal racism. And unless and until you're willing to address those issues, you will never overcome them. I don't know why as Black people we have such a hard time being criticized. No one does everything right. Yes, we do great things over here and great things over there, but in this area, you need work. And just because somebody criticizes you doesn't mean that you should give up and feel like, oh, well, it can't be fixed, or that's racist, or and so now I'm just going to be defensive, and I'm not going to be open to trying to do something better and hear people out and you know, like what they're saying and try to make it better. I mean, like I said, if we don't address the hardcore realities of these neighborhoods, then they will never get better. And if we don't hold these representatives who have been in these districts for decades accountable, they will never change. They will never change. And that is on us. That is not on the president. You guys have a blessed day.